So look into this question number 154. Tripathi, registered under CGST Act, has made a breach in payment of tax amounting to 6,100. As authority has imposed a penalty as per law applicable to the breach, invoking the provisions of section 126. So actually, for minor breach, there is no penalty. For minor breach, there is no penalty. What is a minor breach? Minor breach means where the tax or ITC or refund does not exceed 5,000, where the tax or ITC involved is less than 5,000, is known as a minor breach. In this case, it is 6,100, that is not a minor breach. To be called as a minor breach, it should be, so less than 5,000. So then only it will be called as a minor breach. So otherwise it is not called as a minor breach. That is given in section 126. Okay. So you can see 126. Per offense. It is not per person like that, per offense. So they committed one offense. For that offense, whatever is committed, what will be the, tax involved. So a breach is considered as a minor breach if the amount of tax involved is less than 5,000 rupees. Okay. So here actually, so it should be less than 5,000. Here it is given as not exceeding 5,000. Okay. So it should be less than, correct only. It is given as less than 5,000 only. As the amount is not less than 5,000, so then it is a minor breach. But here it is not less than 5,000, so it is not a minor breach and definitely penalty will be there. In another instance, Tripathi has omitted certain details in documentation that is not easily rectifiable. This has occurred due to gross negligence of his accountant, and he makes a plea that he was unaware of it and therefore no penalty should be levied. Yes, generally, whenever there is a gross negligence, whenever there is no gross negligence, that is purposively it is not done, and error, and it is easily rectifiable, in that case the penalty may not be levied. But in this case it is not rectifiable, not easily rectifiable, and it is on account of gross negligence. So this penalty cannot be waived off. Omission or mistake in documentation which is rectifiable and made without fraudulent intent or gross negligence, then there is no penalty, but here that benefit is not available. Tripathi voluntarily writes accepting a major procedural lapse from his side and requests the officer to condone the lapse as the loss caused to revenue was not significant. Yes, if he voluntarily brings down the offense what he has committed, then in that case that may be considered as a ground for not levying the penalty or reducing the penalty. Okay. Then next, also a lapse on the part of Tripathi has no specific penalty provision under the GST Act. He is very confident that no penalty should be levied. No, general penalty will be applicable in that case, that is section 125 up to 25,000 rupees. And you need to remember here that this section 126 general disciplines relating to penalty, 4 points are there. Number 1, minor breach, no penalty. What is a minor breach? Less than 5,000. And second point, if there is some error that is easily rectifiable and carried out without any gross negligence, then in that case also the penalty can be waived off. Penalty will be nil, 0. Suppose if he voluntarily discloses the information or considering the facts and circumstances of the offense, so the penalty can be reduced. These are the 4 points. But this is possible only in case of penalty wherever there is up to like that an amount is given. Whenever there is a fixed penalty under 122 subsection 1, the penalty will be 100% of the tax or 10,000 whichever is higher. There proper officer is not having power to reduce the penalty. Then 122 subsection 2 also same. 100% of the tax or 10,000 whichever is higher, 10% of the tax or 10,000 whichever is higher, there also proper officer is not having power. But 120 subsection 3 up to 25,000, there this section 126 can be brought. Then again we have section 123, there also we have 100 rupees per day, so there we cannot brought. But 124 up to 10,000 there also, then 125 125 also up to 25,000. So wherever there is up to some amount, so there only this section 126 comes into the picture, and the proper officer is having power to either waive off or reduce the penalty.